Hello, good afternoon. My name is Dominic Damian. I'm a safety director with Washington Farm Bureau. And today we're talking about roadway safety. This is training for employers. This is not comprehensive as it's only an awareness training on a very serious topic, but you must be familiar with the vehicles and equipment used at your workplace and develop operating procedures for your work process. So why are we focusing on this? Oops. In 2019, Washington State lost 4 farm workers on the job. 3 of them were in motor vehicles accidents. The last one was a tractor rollover. About 70% of crashes involving farm equipment occur in rural zip codes, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or the NHTSA. While an estimated of 20% of the people in the US live in rural areas, 40% of traffic crashes occur on rural roads. In rural areas, the fatality rate per vehicle miles traveled was about 1.5 times higher than in urban areas. And there's many factors that contribute to this. Rural roads pose a unique risk to travelers, including high speeds, less lighting, narrower lanes, lack of shoulders, unmarked intersections, and farm vehicle operations. In 2022, there were 168 fatal transportation accidents in agriculture across the nation. These accidents tend to happen in large farming communities, urban areas, and on high-speed roadways where passenger vehicles and farm vehicles share the road. Studies have found that 82% of farm equipment crashes involve a non-farm vehicle. Roadway collisions are extremely dangerous for the tractor operators, but these accidents are also deadly for non-farm vehicles. In fact, fatalities are 5 times more likely in accidents involving farm vehicles. Although every fatality is impactful, in rural communities, it seems to ripple further and last longer. Rural roadways have a unique challenge. There are fewer resources. Mostly they're 2-lane roads without shoulders. They have obscured vision, hills, blind curves, and crops that obscure farm equipment. There's travelers that are unfamiliar with the area. 44% of rural passenger vehicle traffic is urban, actually, and urban residents traveling to destinations outside of their urban home. There are people who drive longer distances, and there's a smaller population of people who can respond to emergencies. There's a different mindset. It's easy to become complacent when you drive 55 plus miles per hour and narrow lanes without shoulders without room for air when you do it multiple times per day. So no, it takes only 5 seconds for a motorist driving 55 miles per hour to close the gap the length of a football field when approaching a tractor moving 15 miles per hour. Many are unaware of the speed differential. The closing speed is vital, but because there are several motorists from other areas, they may not know this. And even those who are in the area may not know or may forget. So what can you do as an employer? First of all, train employees prior to allowing them to operate vehicles and equipment as they need and as needed. Ensure that all vehicles and equipment are regularly maintained according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Allow your employees the extra time to plan the route in advance. Be sure to select the route that will accommodate your vehicle's size and weight. Large vehicles are not able to navigate some of the rural roads. When using GPS, ensure the device or app is intended for commercial motor vehicles. Avoid taking shortcuts onto rural roads you are not familiar with. And then teach and encourage employees to perform a pre-trip inspection, paying extra attention to the tires and tire pressure. Tire condition and pressure play a critical role in road holding ability for your vehicle. Stick to the recommended pressures at all times. Also clean the windows and mirrors to maximize visibility and reduce glare. And then also as an employer, make sure that you're allowing extra time. Train employees to be prepared whether their equipment operators are operating vehicles on the road. It's important that employees do not feel rushed to meet their deadlines. So allow extra time. Knowing this time of year may require sharing the road, so account for extra time on the road. Slow down. Tell them to slow down. Adjust your speed to the roadway characteristics, lighting, weather, or traffic conditions, and one that allows you to stop easily for any hazard. In rainy or wet conditions, be aware that the roads may be slippery. They washaways, and running or standing water. And then make sure that your employees keep a good following distance. On rural roads, it's important to stay at least 6 seconds behind other vehicles and increase the distance when conditions are less than perfect. Slow down and keep a good following distance. Make sure you're allowing extra time for that. And then train your employees to pay attention. Train employees on the importance of paying attention, not becoming complacent. Employees should pay attention to the road as far as possible. Doing so also helps you keep control of the driving situation, despite the type of road surface, weather conditions, degree of light or dark, traffic flow, or incorrect judgment or actions of others. Keep both hands on the steering wheel in proper position. This will enhance your ability to react quickly to hazardous situations. Be aware of reduced visibility. Trees, crop fields, hills, and curves can obstruct your view of oncoming vehicles. Traffic entering from the side of the roads or hidden driveways, pedestrians, and other hazards. Reduce your speed, increase your following distance, and be prepared for potential dangers. Also, expect darker conditions when driving on rural roads at night. Switch on your headlamps as soon as you notice the reduction in visibility to increase your ability to see and be seen. And then scan the roadway and roadsides for animals, both domestic and wild. Pay particular attention to animal crossing signs and slow down to allow more time to react. Be vigilant during dusk and dawn when animals are most active and visibility is limited. Be aware of road debris, toppled trees, rocks, mud, or spillage from agriculture vehicles. They may not be removed quickly from rural roads. Also watch for overhanging branches jutting out from the roadside and mailboxes near the edge of the roadway. Look out for pavement drop-offs. Rural roads can be narrower than city streets, and they have dips and sharp curves or spots where pavement cuts out. Avoid distractions and keep a close eye on your lane. If you drive off the pavement edge, do not slam on your brake or jerk the wheel. Instead, ease off of the accelerator and align the vehicle with the edge of the pavement. When there is a large gap in traffic, slowly turn the steering wheel to gradually guide the tires back onto the road. And then, of course, watch for farm equipment. If you're not operating it, keep an eye out for the fluorescent red and orange slow-moving vehicle placard on the rear of farm equipment. If you spot a slow-moving vehicle, reduce your speed and keep a safe distance. Pass carefully only when you have plenty of time and space to maneuver safely. And then, of course, teach your employees to be patient. Be patient. Both drivers and equipment operators have somewhere to be, so always practice patience and use caution when approaching farm equipment. Wait for a safe and legal opportunity to pass. Signal your intentions well in advance. And if you have any doubts in regards to the distance of or speed of oncoming vehicles, stay put. Be courteous. If you are the equipment operator, some county roads may be too narrow to pass each other. If possible, carefully pull over to the shoulder and allow others to pass safely. If you're operating the vehicle, get their attention. Use eye contact, flash your lights, or use your horn to communicate with the equipment operators. This will make them aware that you are allowing them to pass safely on a narrow roadway. Also communicate with the vehicles behind you by using your brake lights and keeping a safe distance from any vehicle in front of you. And then, of course, don't assume. Always be alert, pay attention, and be ready to react. Never assume that you are visible to the operator and they will pull over for you. Keep in mind, operators can't see anything unless visible in the equipment's mirror. So watch for hand signals from the operator to recognize their intention to turn or pull over. Always look ahead for oncoming traffic, especially around a crest of a hill or a tight curve. And avoid quick changes in any direction, such as a swerve to avoid an object or an animal on the road. Sudden maneuvers can be particularly dangerous, especially on loose gravel and at excessive speeds. And finally, always use your seatbelt. Make sure that your employees always wear their seatbelt. If you are involved in an accident, wearing your seatbelt will help you maintain the vehicle control and prevent you from being ejected. And never operate your equipment or drive under the influence. Now, I know this was fast. Here's our contact information if you have any questions. This is also being recorded, so you can revisit it as needed. This will be posted on our website or our YouTube channel later this week. Let me double check and see if we have any questions. Looks like no questions. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I hope this helps, and have a good rest of your day.